Keys to success in photography. Wow. Simply put, passion. You gotta have passion, you gotta have drive, you gotta be willing to push through the hard times, because there's gonna be more hard times than good times, especially if you're forming a business. Even after you're successful and you have plenty of clients and you're actually turning away work, it's still gonna be really frustrating because you're dealing with people, man. A lot of attitudes, and people are subject to change, you know, and they have a bad day. You have to play psychologist and make them have a good day. And you can't do it. You don't have an hour to do it. You have to jump into it and pull it out of them before the pictures, you know. So it's real interesting. So the key is really connecting with your people. You got to really connect with your people. If you're not a people person, I would suggest you, I don't know, be an editor. You know, be a background, a lighter or something, you know, anything other than the photographer, because you have to connect with your people. And that's really what it's about as far as success. Equipment, I get a lot of, hey, what kind of camera do you use? What kind of this, what kind of that? What do you edit with? It doesn't matter. It doesn't matter. And I'm sure every photographer is gonna have some feedback about what I'm saying right now. But you have $100 lenses and you have $5,000 lenses, and probably more, but I'm talking about, you know, the average professional really is not jumping out the window to the real top $30,000, $40,000 cameras, and you know, that's really not happening. So what's really happening is we're talking about Canon and we're talking about Nikon. Those are the two, you know, main professional cameras. Which one is best? There is no best. I have both. I shoot with both. I started with Nikon, so I lean toward Nikon, but Canon came out with the video, and their video is superior to Nikon, so I use them for that. But I still prefer the Nikon look. Doesn't matter. Lenses. I personally don't own any expensive lenses. I've shot with expensive lenses, and I know tons of people that spend all their money on those. Some of their pictures aren't as good as yours, you know. I wouldn't waste my money. What is essential is an understanding of lighting and your camera. You have to know how your camera works, and you have to know how to control that light. That's, I don't know, I want to say that's 50%. The other 50% is editing, you know, because I don't know which one is more. Because sometimes you can save a picture with editing. Sometimes. But it's so important just to capture it right, you know, and some people say, okay, you don't have to edit. You have to edit everything. It doesn't matter how perfect a picture is, you know, if you're dealing with a person anyway. People have skin, people have hair, people have different situations. You have to edit. It might be a color correction. However light, you have to edit, and you have to edit professionally. A lot of it isn't professional, so stick to your editing, really work on your editing skills, and really work that lighting and get familiar with your camera. You don't need the $10,000 camera. Today you can get by with a $500 camera. Yes. And you can get out there and compete with the big boys. I promise you. It is not the equipment. It is not the equipment. It is how well you know what you're doing.